we're live. All right, welcome everybody. This is Tom, aka Spotting with Tom, and welcome to our first ever live stream on this channel. And today we are going to be touring the entire New York City. All 5 boroughs of New York City during this first ever major snowstorm in about 5 years. Now, it's going to be quite an interesting day because yesterday the National Weather Service expected roughly 12 feet of snow, but they upgraded it to 20 inches for the city. So we're supposed to get blizzard-like conditions. I'm not sure what that is. It's either blizzard or no blizzard, but either way, 40-50 mile per hour wind sounds like blizzard to me. Now, without further ado, either you want to hear me running my mouth, or would you rather mute this and put on your favorite background music? Welcome to my channel. Enjoy.
state of emergency. Only essential workers should be out there. 1010 Winds also spoke live with the city sanitation commissioner, Ed Grayson. Warning.
If everybody can please stay off the roads to let us be out there and do our jobs, really appreciate it.
As for taking mass transit, the MTA tells 1010 Winds this morning it is not anticipating a system-wide shutdown as with Sandy. Live team coverage of the snow coming up at 7:40, plus Juliet's interview with the Nassau County executive at 8:31. Did I say 7:40? I meant 8:40. Time flies at 8:31. Traffic and transit. Karen Stewart.
All right, Bridget. Well, the LIRR is on a weekend schedule, but they had no hesitancy to tell us that if the snow accumulates beyond about 10 to 13 inches, they'll suspend all lines. Is it worth it to be able to travel in via the LIRR and not back home? We do have a ban on carpool trailers, motorcycles, tandems over at the GW Bridge, also at all of your MTA crossings as well. And New York and New Jersey under that state of emergency where you shouldn't even be able to be traveling anyway, unless of course you're an essential worker. Now, we've got a lot of big, long delays. The volume in New Jersey is just out of control with those speeds being so low. We've got it, big delays, 21, 78, 80, Route 4, Route 17. It ain't pretty out there. And we've got a load of problems on the southbound turnpike truck lanes. At 13, disabled tractor trailer. At 11, there's an accident. And over at 8A, there's a broken down car. And one lane is blocked. Now, NJT is suspended until at least this evening on all of their NJ Transit train and bus lines. We've got 10 minutes in, Howland Lincoln GW Bridge, and if you're heading out to the city today, alternate side parking may be suspended, but you have to pay the meters. They will tow you in a heartbeat. Alternate side parking is suspended again. Feed the meters. I'm Karen Stewart. Your next report in less than 10 minutes on 1010 Winds.
This season's hottest collection is dropping just in time for lunch. Meat Church's new all-weight beef Texas tenders, accessorized with butterfly shrimp. Snag your Texas tenders and shrimp meal for just $5.
check your tables for that, but be sure if you're near the water, keep an eye on that. And then obviously the power outage situation grows the potential and danger of that as we go through the day and into this evening. Anywhere that mixes, it goes over.
Snowstorm, shooting station.
Snow.
Roads, maybe I see. Maybe. Got it.
Could be some flurries Wednesday, to be honest. Again, 12 to 18 inches from the higher mountains near the city and some of the outer boroughs, Queens and Bronx. As you go farther west, it's also going to ramp up to 2 feet or so in some of the northern and western suburbs, lesser amounts where we see that mixing. It's going to be really interesting to stay with us today to see where that rain-snow line sets up as we end the afternoon. 28 right now, real feel of 8 above. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Gene DeBoer, New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
Already quit on your New Year's resolution?
Man, look at this guy. It's snowing so hard and he's still out there doing cardio. Respect.
Westchester County Center also will have to reschedule. Johnson & Johnson expected to ask the FDA this week for emergency use authorization for its vaccine, which it reported last week is indeed effective against corona. As we're getting more vaccines here in New York City. Here's the mayor just a little while ago on MSNBC's Morning Joe.
Federal government needs to step in and get every company on the same page, producing the vaccines that we have now that we know work. Now, this may sound way outside the box if you're talking about business as usual in this country, but this is a wartime dynamic.
Today, President Biden sits down with Republican senators to talk about a potential $1.9 trillion COVID relief plan that could get you some more money. Still no deal between Chicago public schools and their teachers. And former President Trump Senate impeachment trial starts a week from today. He has now made a last-minute change to his defense team after his 5 attorneys quit. Winds news time 8:37. Snow coverage ahead. For the one. The station you know, the people you trust.
News all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
A real field temperature of 8 degrees with some heavy snow and poor visibility running on this Monday, 1st of February. I'm Bridget, and here's what's happening. This winter storm will dump as much as 2 feet of snow in some suburbs, maybe a foot and a half in the city. Get ready for high winds, power outages, and even coastal flooding. Live AccuWeather details coming right up. The city has declared a state of emergency, essential travel only, but there are also some mass transit suspensions. Schools are off the hook today, and we are awaiting a decision on tomorrow. Our team of reporters coming right up from the 1010 windstorm desk. And so AccuWeather says the winter storm warning in effect through tomorrow morning.
Notice from Bloomberg, despite the storms, stock buying may heat up this morning with futures up. Dow futures gaining more than 200 points.
Winds news time 8:41. Traffic and transit update time. Here's Karen Stewart.
Well, thanks to the all-new 2021 Subaru Outback Storm Cam, I can tell you how bad the roads are out there as far as traffic. Now, because of the snow issues that we've got
less intense as you go farther north. We're starting to see some mix-in down the Jersey Shore as you get past places like Belmar. It's starting to mix in with a little rain, and that's going to be the next phase of the storm as the coastal low, the nor'eastern part of the storm, really intensifies, increases the wind from where it is now. Still gusting to 35 miles per hour already today, but a peak of gusts to 50, 55 miles per hour, especially near coastal areas this afternoon and evening. Will also bring rain and sleet into the coastal areas and possibly mixing it in the city. So again, 12 to 18 inches generally for the city. Manhattan's probably closer to the foot. So is Staten Island, Bronx, and certainly Queens are probably in that 18-inch range. But then north and west of the city, you just go over the rivers, and they are going to get buried with up to 2 feet. I think in many of the Jersey suburbs, wind and problems with visibility and power outages are starting to mount up too as we get later in the day. Snow will finally wrap up later tomorrow. Some snow showers and flurries, even some flurries into Wednesday. Keep you up to date minute by minute on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
That's right, Dave. We'll be back with you at 8:52 live. We have a state of emergency now affecting the city. Let's go to the 1010 Winds storm desk. Here's Juliet Papa. Juliet.
Rigid gusting winds, melting snow. People are already shoveling out there, and the plows are hard at work. Mass transit is very limited. We're checking in with conditions now in Nassau County, and live on the line with us, County Executive Laura Curran. Good morning, Ms. Curran. We're told Nassau County already has 6.5 inches of snow. So what actions have you been putting in place?
So I can confirm that number. That is absolutely true. We've had about 85 trucks out all night plowing our roads. And of course, we're coordinating with our towns, villages, and cities for their plow operations as well. So it's around the clock. It has to be very strategic and staggered because this is a long and slow-moving storm.
Yeah, have you considered a state of emergency? New York City has already put one in place. Is that something that you're looking at?
You know, we're asking our residents to use common sense like they've done so well for so long. Hunker down, stay home if you can. We've all had a little too much practice with that. But we're, stay off the roads for your own safety and stay off the roads because our people need to get out there and plow those roads.
Right. Now, the Long Island Railroad service is very limited. Usually there are power problems that plague Nassau County during these kinds of storms. What are you telling your residents to do about these situations?
I want to remind everyone that most Long Island Railroad programs are on holiday schedule. They're taking the bus from nicebus.com because the buses are running, but they may be delayed. So check the schedule at nicebus.com. Bottom line is, you can stay home. It's better for you, and it's better for everyone else if you do. Unfortunately, we're seeing some accidents start to pile up because of the road conditioning, the road condition right now. And it also, we have our warming centers open. If people need a place to sit and get warm, we have them in many of our parks. We want people to know that that's available.
Great. And finally, are any county services open or available today?
We're right now laser focused on this. So DPW, Department of Public Works, Office of Emergency Management, police, all of our first responders are doing what they have to do. We had to close our 2 vaccination distribution sites that our county health department runs, so we're rescheduling those now. And it's all we feel like we have a crisis layered on top of a crisis, but we're getting through it and we'll do our best.
Yes, that's the watchword, doing our best. Well, thank you so much, Laura Curran, for joining us today, and we'll check back with you later. And meantime, sure thing. Let's check now with our Roger Stern. He's been going slowly in the Bronx, and he's here with this live report. Roger.
Yeah, Juliet, slow is the watchword my Stadium right now. Interestingly, the storm isn't dramatic yet. There's no whiteout conditions, no high winds, but the snow just keeps coming and coming and coming. It's impossible for the city to keep up with it. The streets are technically passable, but in terms of stopping, you're going to skid, even if you're going very slowly. And unless you have an all-wheel drive, you're not going to be able to go uphill. I've seen a number of vehicles struggling with that. And then there are the sidewalks. Angel was out this morning with a snowblower. He's helping out his stepfather who owns an apartment building. We got to start early because we don't want people to walk on it right now. We want to make sure everything's good. It's pretty bad. And it's going to get worse. He will be out a number of times. That machine has get ready for the height of the storm. Juliet?
All right, thank you, Roger. Meantime, Glenn just had a few experiences here in Manhattan. How about a shovel, Glenn?
Good morning. We have a long day ahead. Now, of course, New York City sanitation teams are the best anywhere, but it's hard to match up against what's been going on this morning. The howling wind and the driving snow. Here by the 59th Street Bridge, the commute basically non-existent except these guys.
Not very good. I almost put them right here. On snow? You know, it's very dangerous. I was surprised, like, how quick it is. I know. It's very dangerous. But the roads are pretty good. What you remember? We just describe how it was for you. It was slippery. The roads are pretty dangerous out there, I must say.
Back here in Times Square, it's always so beautiful during a snowstorm. It looks great, but driving and even walking, not so much.
Absolutely. Sucks. You're not a fan of
Not at all. Never happened. And you'll drink it.
today? Probably use your living room and driving.
Don't even think about it. One shot, 10 wins. You're in Times Square.
All right, thank you, Glenn. Mayor de Blasio will be giving us an update at the 10 o'clock hour. Tune in. We'll be carrying him live. With the 1010 Wins News team, I'm Julia Papa at the 1010 Wins Storm Desk.
All right, Juliet, we thank you. A couple of other quick notes here. Stories making news. The latest numbers on Corona nationwide show January had the greatest number of deaths, more than 95,000. However, Governor Cuomo is announcing New York's COVID positivity rates have declined for 23 days in a row, 4.4% yesterday. While they are fighting in Washington over the president's proposed $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package, Republicans would like to see that number more than $600 billion. Police in Grand Chute, Wisconsin, are looking for a 17-year-old gunman who fired shots inside the Fonts River Mall yesterday afternoon. A 19-year-old man was killed. Another person was wounded. Back to the road and rails next. Wins News Time 8:50.
Over 10 years ago, we realized how important saving family members.
Man, the wind's really starting to pick up. Really do feel bad for all the pedestrians that have to walk to work today. Wow, it's literally like snowing sideways.
Slash Valley. Save 40%. LegacyBox.com /Valley.
It's news time 8:51. That's time for traffic and transit. Here she is, Karen.
All right, let's see what we can do for everybody. Let me just tell you that if you're in a tractor trailer, you're not in a good place. If you're in the tri-state area, they are manning you guys everywhere, like at the GW Bridge, in and outbound. Also over at all of the MTA bridges and all of the Staten Island River crossings, as well as in New Jersey. We've got several different roads with bans on tractor trailers, MG1s in particular. And we're also dealing with a lot of issues this morning. We've had 4 jackknife tractor trailers in Jersey so far. The latest one is eastbound speed restriction, full length of the Garden State Parkway at 30 miles an hour, pretty much full length of the New Jersey Turnpike. Now, if you're heading out to the northern suburbs, no tractor trailers there either. New York State Thruway, NET, and 287 for their entire length. And as we take a check of what we see on Long Island's Big Three, volume northern state and LIE, as everybody travels at about 20 to 22 miles an hour. Eastbound southern state at exit 43, Islip, there's an accident. Northbound Seaboard Bay Expressway at exit 12, there's an accident. And the eastbound Betts Highway, between County Access Road and State Office Building there in Islip, there's an accident. The right lane and the shoulder are blocked. LWRs on a weekend schedule, but they are prepared any moment to suspend all lines to note how many inches of snow we get throughout the day. And alternate side parking rules and regulations, they are suspended. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones. I'm Karen Stewart on the 10 Wins.
And now the 10-10 winds exergent 4-day forecast. So before we were all smoked saying, well, maybe it's not going to be such a snowy winter.
Yeah, well, remember I warned you about the second half of January, and here we are in the first week of February, and not only are we going to have this really bad blizzard, but there's another push of really cold air coming towards the end of this upcoming weekend, early next week, so we got it all here, presumably we do today. For Karen and I think we're going to need a break here after Wednesday. The next few days are going to be all including today, folks, with this storm, and the explosive snowfall rates have really cranked up the amounts. We're seeing now totals of 7-8 inches around the city and near suburbs mounting up, a little bit less to the north and east. As we get into the second phase of the storm this afternoon and into this evening, Bridget, we're looking at the likelihood that there will be a changeover to rain and sleet on the coastline of the Jersey Shore communities south of Belmar, and certainly on Long Island as you go central and eastern Long Island, as you get right to that Nassau-Suffolk County line eastward. There could be a complete changeover, and there will be some mixing even into the city. So that's why we're kind of hedging here between about 12 and 18 inches, with the 12 likely for Staten Island and Manhattan, with 18 inches for the city and some of those northern boroughs of Queens and certainly the Bronx here will be in line for that. And then farther north and west in the Jersey and Hudson Valley suburbs, there could be some areas that get up to 2 feet. It's going to increase. It's already strong. It's already creating poor visibility. That only gets worse here as we get into the midday and the afternoon with near zero visibility, whiteout conditions in some areas, especially where it's all snow. Even where it does mix or change over to rain and sleet, it likely will go back to snow then later tonight and tomorrow. Because you have some flurries and snow showers. Even into Wednesday, we could still see some flakes around here. As we'll keep an eye on the impacts that also include power outage potential growing as we go through the afternoon with the increase in winds and coastal flooding problems that will mount to each high tide cycle over the next couple of days. A lot to watch. We'll do it with you. 28 now, going up to 32 today. I'm back here with the meteorologist Dean DeVore, New York's weather station, 1010 winds.
And back with you at the top of the hour. Money Watch in the Minute, winds news time 8:55.
I think leave this.
As long as we keep watching our distance, wearing our masks, and washing our
February starting off with what could be the worst blizzard we've seen around here in about 5 years, with up to 1.5 feet of snow in the city. The city is under a state of emergency. All non-essential travel restricted. New Jersey also under a state of emergency. Mayor de Blasio is plenty distrust for a higher proportion of white New Yorkers getting vaccinated than blacks or Hispanics. In Texas, an Amber Alert goes out for Chucky, the murderous puppet who took off with his 5-year-old puppet son, Glenn Ray. Into what's AccuWeather snow, heavy at times. Gusts up to 50 miles an hour, 12 to 18 inches of accumulation in the city before it's all over.
I'm Steve Puttis from Bloomberg. Buy your next Toyota. They have it exclusively online and buying stocks during today's Snowstorm. They can offer futures on Morning Power.
News time 9:01. Traffic and transit on the launch. You need it today. Here's Snowstorm.
Well, in a tweet from Connecticut Governor Ed Lamont, he's saying that in collaboration with New York and New Jersey, Connecticut is now implementing a travel ban on certain tractor trailers. Effective today and through this evening, all empty and tandem tractor trailers are not allowed on 84, 91, and 95, and all tractor trailers, no matter what the case, on 84, actually. And as we check New York and New Jersey with their state of emergency, only essential travel is permitted. Tell that to all the people that are out there in New Jersey. It is disastrous in New Jersey now. The snow is really heavy. We've got 35-mile-an-hour weather speed restriction over on the New Jersey Turnpike, 35 to 45 per lane to the Garden State Parkway, and we've got issues everywhere. Car off the roadway now, southbound Parkway 166. We've got an accident on the northbound Parkway north of the Driscoll Bridge. We've got a disabled tractor trailer on the southbound Turnpike, junction 13. Then we've got an accident at 11 and a disabled at 8A. And if you're heading out to the major highways through New Jersey, 80, 287, 195, 295, all those, they are dealing with bans on empty tractor trailers, RVs, and motorcycles. Now, it's a mess out there in New Jersey. We have alternate side of the street parking suspended today and tomorrow. NJ Transit trains and buses are not running. Travel transit every 10 minutes around the clock. Emergency traffic reports breaking in whenever they happen. I'm Aaron Stewart on 1010 News.
And we are under a winter storm warning. Will be for quite a while. We have various states of emergency in effect this morning. This one could be the biggest blizzard. 22 inches of snow. See, that's something we don't.
Well, I mean, we're still looking at those amounts. I think it is good. 18 inches the ramp up between some parts of the areas that have been blizzards, even 2 feet. I think the key to this is we do believe that in the city and parts of the city, it was rain and sleet here as we get in the afternoon part time, that we will some of the amounts down. But with these explosive amounts that we've already seen in the poor conditions, it's certainly going to be something to watch. But this is a long-duration storm full of danger, and we're already seeing that in the first phase of this slippery snow situation as they slow up and the eastern part of the storm really starts to kick in this afternoon. Those snow amounts will continue to ramp up toward the west of the city, again, that big zone in the city itself. As you go down the Jersey Shore towards Belmar, as you go past Nassau and line about Bruce here, you can see that ramp up again. This low tracks, but one thing we do know is the wind is strong now. It gets even stronger, gusting to 50 miles per hour. We do know that there's going to be power outages aplenty this afternoon, this evening, and blizzard-like conditions into the evening as we get into the afternoon and evening to the storm that comes later tonight, tomorrow, into tomorrow evening. We'll keep you up to date with 5 minutes on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
And with that in mind, the 1010 wind storm desk is running wide open this morning. Juliet Popover for Pedal to the Metal. Juliet?
Yeah, that's right, Lee. Well, this year's snowfall, talk about pedal to the metal, making up for the last 2 years, except for back in December, we really didn't have any. Now, New York City and New Jersey in states of emergency, essential workers only out there. Thank you very much. We spoke live with MTA President Sarah after the rush hour. She says there will be local subway service only, and buses are getting through for now.
This is all changing in real time. So, if folks are going out this morning or they're already out, they should not be thinking that things are going to look the same when they start to head home in 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours. Things are getting worse. So, buses are doing changed right now, but obviously that's something we keep a really close eye on.
Yes, so please think ahead. Later won't be better. And we'll be hearing from Mayor de Blasio next hour. We'll carry his remarks live and get an update from him. But we've got our reporters out there live and in person. Roger Stern's been cruising the Bronx, but that's probably not been easy. Right, Roger?
Yeah, Juliet, I'm in Melrose, and the one thing I'm really grateful for is that there are not a lot of people on the road. The real danger is not getting stuck, but getting into a fender bender. It's really impossible to stop without either skidding or having your anti-lock brakes take over. Even if you're going slow, if you're going uphill, well, that's probably impossible on an all-wheel drive. That point things on. It's not dramatic yet. He says there's no high winds, there's no whiteout, but it is difficult to drive, and will be a lot more so with a lot of people on the road. Now, some people like Frank had to leave and drive to their job. Those workers are essential. He went from the Bronx to the Department of Transportation office. It's on South Street, Manhattan.
Not much right now, but you're going to see later on today in the afternoon how much we're going to get.
How far do you have to drive?
Down, all the way down to South Street.
A lot of it. We're not getting home tonight?
I don't know. Maybe not, maybe so. Who knows? Depends on how much snow we get.
Yeah, he said he may have to sleep in his car. Another essential worker said, works at a hospital, said she's going to leave early. All this as we get ready for the storm to get close. Juliet?
Now, no fun today, Roger. And as you said, I feel the guy is going to sleep in his car. That is rough stuff where we give them a tip of the hat for doing out there. Now, meantime, Glenn Schuff, he was checking out Manhattan, and now he's trying to make his way back to Jersey. Glenn, how's that going?
It's not going so well. It's, well, you know, I mentioned this morning when I came in out of New Jersey where I live, it's actually a better situation in the city. It has definitely changed in that hour now. I came over to George Washington Bridge, and I'm kind of wondering why the span was open at this point. I clicked the lower levels and you see it was very quick. I've driven many storms. I've driven over bridges through Hurricane Sandy and things like that over the years, but this is my car probably to work, and the gust has to be over 40 miles an hour. And of course, again, keep in mind you're elevated, but this is something to keep an eye on. That they may very well start shutting down spans like that. It was very dangerous. Getting to the other side here, Ryan, now at 4:32, the snow has really picked up in intensity. A blinding snow now at this point that's changed in the last hour again. The parking lot of the supermarket here, King Supermarket, which is usually packed with people. The Starbucks here, people are lining up like, where's my coffee? There's no Starbucks over here. I mean, it's just not possible. The visibility is dramatically less as well. So we can't trust the traffic. The conditions continue, Juliet, to deteriorate. Roger talked about not seeing a lot of wind where he was. It's dramatic in here, even off of the bridge. So walking is an issue. Just doing anything outside the living room is probably your best spot. And I'm going to check back in a few minutes. I'm going to just circle around the area by the George Washington Bridge. The visibility, again, looking back to the gate, I can't see anymore. It's gone. It's just intense snow still falling right now. Juliet.
All right, thank you. Well, it's a good thing if we see tumbleweed rolling down the street. We'll be here with you through the day to get you through your day. 1010 News team, I'm Juliet Papa at the 1010 Winds Storm Desk.
We also have complete storm coverage at 1010winds.com. And if you have any photos or videos of the blizzard that you'd like to share with us, that would be great. You can do that at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Winds News Time, 9:09.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. So make sure
Especially in New Jersey. New Jersey's got it going on real hard right now. Snow, we're dealing with treacherous conditions and jam cams that are almost impossible to see with all that's blowing at them. So if you're someone that should travel time, but better yet, don't go out at all. It's not the day for travel. New Jersey, it's not even legal for you to go out and travel. Really, they've got a state emergency in place. If you're essential, that's the only way that you need to go out today. And trains are not running. Neither are their buses. Metro North is canceling their late night service tonight, and they may cancel along the during the day. Now, they have a loss on a weekend schedule, but they are already at a moment's notice to suspend all lines if the snow gets too much. And we've got a slew of subway delays involving 2, 5, A, B, D, E, and F trains. Service, of course, weather-related conditions there. Here's what you need to know about Long Island's Southern State. Eastbound, it's at 43 nice accident to the northbound Montauk's now got one too. At Oak Country Road, Hempstead, at exit W2E. We've got bans on carpool trailers, motorcycles, empty tandems currently over at the Hudson River at the GW Bridge both ways and at all of your MTA crossings. All to inside the street parking suspended today and tomorrow. I'm here in Stewart and your next report is 9:21 on 1010 Winds.
And what's causing all that trouble? The 1010 Winds accurate 4-day forecast sponsored by North Whale Health. Once again, meteorologist Steve DeBoer.
It's a storm that we haven't seen the likes of it for, as you've been saying, at least 5 years. But it's a complicated scenario that it's one piece of energy heading off to a coastal low that is creating these near blizzard conditions already, and it's only going to get worse as that coastal low strengthens into the nor'easter. We're going to have blizzard conditions for the city and inland spots. The big key to this forecast today, Lee, is where this rain snow line comes in. How far inland it comes? Does it get into the city and hold amounts down there? But what I can tell you, though, is once we do get that changeover of the rain and some sleet or a mix-in, it likely will go back to snow again later on tonight and into tomorrow. And so while the snow tomorrow is intense, as we're going to see over the next several hours here for the city and inland spots, it will still be flaking into tomorrow. Also, with the wind picking up from the coastal low, we're looking at an increase in wind. It's already gusting at 35 miles per hour. Wind gusts about 50 miles per hour, so that will increase the poor visibility to near whiteout conditions. And folks, the likelihood of power outages is going to go up exponentially here in the next several hours as the wind and snow take hold and control. Temperatures today up to 32. We'll kind of slide back a little bit tonight, staying in the low 30s since we've got snow and flurries tapering down tomorrow. Still could see some flurries Wednesday, finally dry on Thursday. Right now, temperatures 28 degrees, going up to just 32. I'm acting with the meteorologist Lee DeBoer, New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
We New Yorkers have never been good at biting our tongues. When we see injustice, we raise our voices. When we see a challenge, we raise our hands. And when we see help being threatened, we raise a channel. At Northwell, we treat more New Yorkers than anyone. We've seen it firsthand. How when we raise help, we raise everyone. Northwell, raise help. The help raiser at raisehelp.com. Introducing Money Dots, a new game from the New York Lottery. Only $1 to play. And if you match with a dot, you win money. It's that simple. Want to know if you won? Just check in store or watch the Quick Draw Live Show on our mobile app. Money Dots from the New York Lottery. Look for it where Quick Draw is played. Must be 18 years or older to purchase a lottery ticket. You must be 21 years or older to purchase a Quick Draw ticket or alcoholic beverages are served. Please play responsibly.
You just got the diagnosis. Mesothelioma. You, your husband, your father, maybe it's your wife, your mother. So what's next? Call Kirby Conway, the mesothelioma law firm. For almost 50 years, the law firm of Kirby Conway has helped victims and their families seek justice for their pain and suffering. No exposure to asbestos. You may be entitled to compensation from an asbestos trust fund claim or by civil lawsuit. You need a lawyer with experience in both these areas. A passionate lawyer who understands what your family's been through and what you're going through right now. Kirby Conway represents mesothelioma
MCO released data from the health department showing 48% of city residents who've been vaccinated are white, whereas whites only make up a third of the population. 11% of shots went to black, 15% to Latinos. They make up a bigger share of the population. Asians got 15% of shots, but that's roughly proportional to their share. Public advocate Jamani Williams, who's running for mayor, wants immediate action to correct the disparity.
Our leaders at every level have really failed. Communities, generally speaking, well, communities of more color and the most vulnerable communities, especially throughout the pandemic. First, in minimizing the infection, now maximizing the injection without the appropriate resources.
Blasey blames the disparity on distrust and hesitancy, especially in color. He says measures to boost vaccination rates will include streamlining the application process and translating materials into additional languages. Wednesday's time, 9:18.
That's why you can use an entire bottle to make buffalo chicken dinner. The kind you might make when you're watching the game at home. And maybe this year there's less people around to watch the game with. But that just means there's more dip, and it's all for you. Some of you may say, that's too much dip. But deep down in your heart of hearts, you know it isn't. So go ahead, finish it. Frank's Red Hot. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Find some pretzel sticks?
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless.
Okay.
What if you didn't eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month, so this store took them back?
Good luck.
That's how some wireless companies are with your data, but TracFone Wireless gives you unlimited carryover data with active service, so you keep what you paid for. The plans start at $20 a month.
Wow, that's cool.
Sir, are you bothering the customers?
Yeah, hang on. This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Major retailers. See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
Snowstorm desk. President Biden has invited some Republican senators to the White House today to talk about a letter they sent him asking that the third public relief bill be scaled back. Hollywood's already on the GameStop story. GM has bought the rights to a proposed book tentatively titled The Anti-Social Network. As it was AccuWeather, snow, it will be heavy at times. Wind gusts up over 50 miles an hour, 12 to 18 inches of accumulation in the city before it's over.
I'm Steve Post from Bloomberg. Even as the snow falls, stock futures are on the rise. Ahead of the opening bell, Dow futures ahead 214 points.
Wednesday news time, 9:21. Let's get a check of traffic and transit on the ones from Karen Stewart.
Oh, you sure you want to do that? I don't have any good news for you, that's for sure. New Jersey is where we're getting hammered here. We've got weather-related speed restrictions on the Turnpike and on the Garden State Parkway and several of the major interstates, as well as bans on all tractor trailers on 78 between Pennsylvania's border and 95 with the Jersey Turnpike. On 80, 195, 280, 287, 440. Again, all with bans on all.
Hey there, Mike.
We have a disabled car on 78 east and exit 33, a jackknife tractor trailer on eastbound 80 at exit 12, westbound 280 At exit 9 in West Orange, there's an accident. And 287 north at exit 34 in Morris, there's a disabled tractor trailer. And there is lots and lots more in New Jersey. We have a state of emergency now in the Garden State. Only essential travel is permitted. So take heed to that warning. We've got 10 minutes of holding in George, thankfully, and a ban on all tractor trailers over the GW Bridge.
Yeah, thanks. This is the first major snowstorm since 2016, back in January of 2016. We had a major blizzard back then. I think that went up over 2 feet. Well, this is great weather for me, so this is the reason why this channel exists. Although this is the first live stream I've ever done, so this is kind of a new experience. I'm more into like the old school method of recording videos and editing and putting it together and uploading it a day or a while later. Yeah, I can imagine. It is much colder in Russia. I mean, the winter over there is, you know, we cannot compare the weather here to over there. You know, as far as I know, New York City is, I mean, it's not the snowiest city, like, compared to upstate New York, the Midwest. So something like this is probably much more normal, like, in the Midwest, especially like in Russia. Okay. Well, hopefully once this COVID restriction ends, there's no more travel restrictions. You know, take a vacation, come over here. New York actually has a pretty big Russian population. If you ever looked up Brighton Beach or Forest Hills, there's actually a lot of Russians that live there. Well, even for like weather like this, I mean, it's quite uncommon because this is a once in every 2-3 year type of snow. Of course, upstate New York, Chicago, they probably see a lot more than we do. New York City is by far the warmest part of New York State, in my opinion. Yeah, COVID does take the fun out of a lot of things. Plus, ever since COVID started last year, there's been a mass exodus of New Yorkers that are not working, and so the housing market has been doing really, really bad, especially in the city parts. So there's a lot of people fleeing New York, and say that things might not get better, even with the distribution of the vaccine, which is extremely, extremely slow because it's in such high demand.
All warning signs that something is going wrong. And at that point, you want to get immediately inside. And if your symptoms persist, you want to call for emergency help.
And is there a right way or a careful way to shovel snow so that this doesn't happen?
Well, people need to remember that shoveling is exercise. So first start by warming up by stretching. When you're out shoveling, don't try to shovel all at one time. Knowing your body and watching for your fatigue. Staying hydrated. When you're feeling cold, going inside and taking lots of breaks. So instead of breaks in the situation.
All right, sounds good. And with aerobics,
Oh man, that truck is spinning out.
meantime, state of emergency in effect in New York City, essential workers only.
There's been a lot of protest last year and this year. I mean, as much as I don't like to discuss politics on my channel, but that's just how it is. You know, it's a lot of things going on both sides of things. And you know, you saw what happened after the police shooting. You saw what happened after the Capitol riots. There's a lot of things going on, and but for the time being, you know, I'm enjoying the weather out here, even though technically I'm not supposed to be out here, but it is what it is.
Don't forget, we have complete storm coverage on 1010winds.com. Take nice pictures or videos of the snow so far and share with us. You can do that on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Wednesday's time, 9:28.
All right, so next destination, I will be going back to Manhattan. For those that have been watching the live stream, which is not too many. Then again, I don't have that many followers, so it's easier to interact. One thing for sure is that, you know, when you're really popular on the live stream, you're probably inundated by like tens of hundreds of comments in a minute. It's really hard to, I can imagine it's hard to respond to all of them, but when there's a very small follower, it's easy to be very engaging with the few viewers that are already there.
Keeping the weight off. Don't want to leave your house? NJ Diet is also available nationwide with live online video consultations. Call 855-NJ Diet. That's 855-NJ Diet. Go to NJDiet.com and lose the weight for good. That's NJDiet.com. Collection is dropping just in time for lunch.
I have a feeling that snow plows are not going to be keeping up with things here. This is not the worst of the storm. The worst of the storm is going to be later this morning and into the early afternoon, where you can see a good 1 to 4 inches of snow per hour. Well, here in America we use Fahrenheit, but I'll do my best to convert. To my curve thermometer says 28 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's I'll say just below 0 degrees Celsius. I'll say 1, 2, or 3 degrees. See, it's probably nothing compared to how cold it is over there in Russia. Alright, I'm about to take the freeway to Manhattan. Things are definitely going to be interesting. It's probably going to be stuck cars and on the shoulder. I know things are pretty bad in New Jersey right now. There's a lot of stranded cars in New Jersey. Yeah, sounds about right. Negative 1 degrees Celsius. Not a problem.
City schools are remote learning only today, and we are expecting an update from Mayor de Blasio. He is due to speak at 10 o'clock this morning. Keep it locked to 1010 Winds. Of course, we'll bring that to you live just as soon as it starts. But at 9:31, let's get traffic and transit going. Here's Karen Stewart.
Yeah, there's plenty going on this morning, Bridget, that's for sure, especially if you're in a tractor trailer. You guys aren't in good favor when it snows like this. We've got a ban on trailers, tandems, motorcycles, and house trailers at the GW.
Oh wow, the city is definitely not keeping up with the rate of snowfall in their snowplows. Because it wasn't so bad earlier this morning, but it got really heavy just about like an hour ago.
Speed restrictions of about 35. Turnpike, getting to ends on the Garden State Parkway. We've got bans on all tractor trailers in Jersey on 7880, on 95 to
Yes, thank God. I have a Volkswagen Tiguan, so with all-wheel drive, which is perfect for this weather.
As promised, the details on this snowstorm forecast now.
I'm not sure how popular Volkswagens are in Russia, but I don't know if Volkswagens are they popular. I know it's pretty popular in China, which is just south. You can barely see like 100 feet ahead of me now. Fortunately, traffic's light because of the travel restriction goes. As they implemented. A lot of people are staying home.
So the conditions of how bad the snow blizzard conditions are being lessened to the south and east of the city, but the farther north and west.
Nice little convoy of snowplow going on the opposite end. Okay, well that's nice. Oh, this is the newer, the 2018 Tiguan. So it's I know for a little while the original Tiguan is the compact crossover. Okay. I mean, I'm not too much of a American vehicle fan now, but the Ford Escape is it's a pretty nice little SUV. Oh wow. Yeah, they are not keeping up with the snowfall right now. Oh yes, absolutely. Like, well, I'm not going above 30 miles per hour, or in this case, 50 kilometers per hour. I think they'll use kilometers over there. Yeah, I'm not going like faster than 50 kilometers. So you know, that sign up there says speed limit 50 miles per hour. That's actually 80 kilometers per hour. So I'm going like half of that speed limit. Jeez, I cannot see like 100 feet ahead of me. I guess a stuck taxi cab over there.
But honestly, as things have progressed, it becomes more and more obvious. He says Bennett feels great and still sings twice a week. Wendy Gillette reporting January was Corona's cruelest. 120,000 people were hospitalized in the U.S. More than 95,000 people died. More than 6 million Americans tested positive for COVID in January alone. However, there are some indications that the post-holiday surge is ebbing. In New York, the statewide positivity rate was down for a 23rd day in a row. It's at 4.4%. President Biden has invited a group of Republican senators to the White House today to talk about a letter they sent last night asking to please scale back the latest aid package. Here's Nancy Chen.
The letter from 10 Republican senators to President Biden sees a compromise on his nearly $2 trillion plan for Americans who are struggling in this pandemic economy. The senators, led by Susan Collins of Maine, hope to prevent Democrats from bypassing the need for GOP support. Their plan would, in part, reduce eligibility for direct stimulus payments. Bill Cassidy of Louisiana signed the letter to President Biden.
About $600 billion. We are very hard.
visibility just dropped some more. Yeah, this is definitely a snowstorm of the decade kind of storm.
Illnesses have now been linked to the toxins: skin cancer, breast cancer, and men and women, prostate cancer, and many more illnesses. More than 511 illnesses that those who died on 9/11. If you were below Canal Street on 9/11 or any of the 8 months in trouble, visit 911victims.com. 911victims.com. 911 community lawyers, parish and the county. You qualify for lifetime free health care and rules for the $10 billion.
All right, see you, bud.
This is not just for first responders. It is for area residents, office workers, teachers, students. If you spend time below Canal Street on 9/11, it's for you. Protect yourselves and your loved ones by trusting members of the area. Visit 911victims.com. 911victims.com.
Are you taking a stand? Did you know that Lipitor comes with a restriction of not being able to drink grapefruit juice? Tavastan is a next-generation stand that lets you enjoy grapefruit juice and has a lower risk of interacting with your other meds. With a prescription, Marley Drug offers Tavastan before a doctor. No insurance needed. Call Marley Drug at 800-505-6054. That's 800-505-6054. Or go to marleydrug.com.
That's 800-505-6054. Again, 800-505-6054. Live and local 24/7.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. In just 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. A real feel of 8 degrees with heavy snow and poor visibility at 9:40 on this Monday, 1st of February. I'm Bridget. And here's what's happening. A winter storm which will dump as much as 2 feet of snow in some suburbs, maybe a foot and a half of the city, is expected to last through tomorrow. Winds can gust as high as 50 miles an hour, meaning power outages. Coastal flooding is possible too. Live AccuWeather details straight ahead.
Curtis Silva.
Emergency is in effect.
Well,
No
he's the guy that was,
mass transit suspension.
if I'm not mistaken, isn't he that guy that was guardian angels?
Coming up from the 1010 Wind Storm Desk. Schools are all remote today. That hard-fought vaccination appointment.
Well, I can't say for or against him. Try not to talk about politics on channel does almost all weather videos.
Tomorrow morning.
I'm Steve Post from Bloomberg. Stocks are in recovery mode on this snowy Monday after the Friday sell-off. The Dow up
But one thing I do know about him is that he was pretty prominent during the 70s because he founded the Guardian Angel, the Vigilantes group.
We've got delays everywhere. Brooklyn found 2s and 5s, Queens found 7s, A's.
Alright, so
Found B's, Queens found F's, and
according to
R's,
the news,
and both
oh,
directions
this guy is
are all
spinning out
delays.
like crazy.
Most of them weather-related, and that's directly from the MTA. Half of the delays on
Some good Samaritans out there.
You may experience service suspensions this afternoon.
Yeah, things are definitely deteriorating. Like, it's definitely not getting any better out there. Look at this guy on this bike. Like, I would definitely not do that.
Significant impact of the snowstorm. Long Island is next because the roadbound side of Montauk, which, by the way, you can see the all-new 2021 Subaru Outcam Storm Cam over the neck of to Oakland Road, and the right lane is blocked there. Now, tonight, reporting no tractor trailers in any form are on travel 80.
All right, we are currently in Long Island City. Next stop, Midtown Manhattan. Let's see how that's going to be. Jesus, looking at the winds. And there's some 30-40 mile per hour winds out right now. I'm really surprised that the National Weather Service has not declared this a blizzard.
Snowstorm to kick off February. Let's get live AccuWeather details now.
The wind is literally rocking my car right now. This guy's panhandling in this blizzard. All you can see over there, that guy with the cup. Definitely deserves some donations.
The key battle coming up the rest of the day in this storm in terms of amounts is going to be the city. I think there's some rain and sleet.
Yeah, my car is rocking freaking back and forth right now. It is getting extremely windy right now.
Wraps back around. The farther south you go along the Jersey Shore, and the farther east you go on Long Island, it's probably a change.
Well, de Blasio did issue a travel ban. Only essential workers out right now, but well, technically I am an essential worker because I work in healthcare. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's doing a little dance. All right. Yeah, technically I am an essential worker, but I'm off duty now, so I'm just taking an extremely long way home. Quote unquote, long way home.
There's a 7-inch accumulation in Greenwich Village, 6.5 in Willowbrook Park, Long Island, and the storm just keeps on coming. No let up today. Sanitation Commissioner Ed Grayson tells us about the work the plows and the trucks are doing.
Depending on where you are in the city, if you get right behind the spreader, you may see some limited exposure to blacktop. It'll be at least another day before we're there. We have to let the snow stop falling and then really get into the routes and the continuation of our plowing efforts.
And following those trucks, our reporters traveling far and wide, moving real slow. Here's Hardline Shop.
Well, I am moving real slow and real easy. I'm not trying to get myself into a fender bender.
Of course, New York City sanitation teams are the best anywhere, but it's hard to match up against what's been going on this morning. There's pounding wind and the driving snow. Here by the 59th Street Bridge, the commute basically non-existent except these guys. It's not very good.
Speaking of the 59th Street Bridge, I am at the 59th Street Bridge now.
Back here in Times Square, it's always so beautiful during a snowstorm. It looks great, but driving and even walking, not so much.
Absolutely. Sucks.
Not a fan.
Never. And the older I get, the worse it gets.
Today, probably use your living room driving. Don't even think about it. But 10-10 wins here in Times Square.
Roger Stern isn't exactly in his living room. He's taking it to the Bronx.
Here in the Bronx, for much of the morning, there was nothing untoward and slow and steady. No battle, that four-wheel drive. They lots of people stay off the road. And it's safe for essential workers like Alvera, who's a hospital clinician. Yeah, well, so I'm just gonna pray that works well. Thank you for here and everything. And then there are the sidewalks. Angel out with a snowblower in the University High section. Down the stepfather homes and apartments.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you're driving a compact or being a pedestrian or riding a moped or bicycle or scooter, which people will do anyways, because we New Yorkers, we think we'll do whatever the hell we want, and then none of the elements really matter. But this is apparently not the worst of it. The worst of the snow is going to be later this afternoon into the afternoon. That's when we're going to start seeing like 2 to 4 inches of snow per hour type of fall rate. Wow, I'm on the 59th Street Bridge and you can't even see the Manhattan side. top of the bridge is well treated, so it isn't as dangerous. We'll see how long that lasts. Probably not for very long. I like how the tram is still running.
NYC Pain MD use precision arthritis targeting technology and customized programs that feature FDA-approved lubricating formulas, along with platelet treatment, stem cells, even nerve blocks for damaged, painful joints, easing pain and improving mobility, and helping patients avoid complex, stressful surgery. There's no need for scary or expensive hospitals. Go home with nothing but a 1-inch Band-Aid and little to no downtime. Insurances and even Medicare may cover the treatment. Schedule a free evaluation by calling 800-600-ME. That's 800-600-5633. 800-600-KFE.
951 traffic and transit here at Karen Stewart. Stay home today, if at all possible, and hopefully it is. Only essential travel is really permitted in New York and New Jersey right now. But we just have full closure here of Route 80 in New Jersey eastbound and exit 12 with a jackknifed tractor trailer. So that just closed. We've been out there for a little bit. We've got a ban on empty tractor trailers, tandems, motorcycles, and house trailers over to GW Bridge, in and out, both levels, at all of the MTA bridges, and at all of the Staten Island River crossings. 35 to 45 mile an hour related speed restrictions, full length, the Turnpike, and the Garden State Parkway. And we've got those tractor trailer bans in New Jersey on 78, 195, 82, 82, 87, and 440. Northbound Montauk Parkway as we take a trip to Long Island. At W2 for Old Country Road in Hempstead. That accident there still blocked the way. Traffic's very heavy around that. LA to Milan on a weekend schedule. Metro North answering their late night train evening. And J Transit rail and buses are not running. And alternate parking is today the 1st and tomorrow the 2nd. Operations. I'm 1001. 1010 winds. And now the 1010 winds exergent forecast and meteorologist Dean DeVore. I'm supposed to put on my boots and join the Quinn family. Can I please too cold, please?
You might we have a rule, whoever cooks dinner to do the dishes, maybe whoever makes the forecast.
I like how this guy just casually jaywalks.
This is bad thing is we are going to be talking about this more. The heavy and intense part of the storm is really great for the city and Jersey.
And just so you know, this is not the worst of it. The worst of it is coming up and into the early afternoon.
Towards the city. So again, temperatures for the city probably getting up to around 30, 32. We have to continue to watch here in the next several hours how far inland that rain, sleet, and line comes, whether it just misses in the city or it even goes over for a few hours. Anywhere along the coast that does do that mix-in or change over rain and sleet, I promise you it will pack with snow and be snowing at occasions tomorrow or evening. And intense as the snow is today, but impactful all the city. Of course, the amounts will pile up 12 to as much as 18 inches in parts of the city. Bronx and Queens seem to have the line underneath that much, and then ramping up quickly to the 2-foot line as you go across the river into Jersey. Down on the Jersey Shore, more mixing, and even a changeover rain and sleet keeps us in the 6 to 12. And so, because I think most of Suffolk County on Island could be in that range too, but winds are going to be problematic, gusting to 50 miles per hour. We're likely to see power outages mount here in the afternoon and evening as that storm storm continues to rage into tomorrow. Anything that's coasted or changed over should go back to snow as we continue with flurries in the afternoon. Maybe you can still see some flurries on Wednesday with temperatures in the teens as we ease out of the cold a little bit for the end of the week. But a prolific storm that'll continue to go. Sunny right now with a real feel of 8 above. I'm Matthew with the meteorologist and weather station. 10-10 winds.
All right. Well, between this big storm and the pandemic, your Girl Scouts are likely to be knocking on your door.
Helping Girl Scouts sell their cookies in select markets this year. It's sold the same way. The online food delivery service is waiving its producer fee and is not expected to any of the troops' earnings. The partnership was announced earlier this month, but today is the first day you can order your cookies. You rather than delivery this week and February 14th.
All right. Diane came home for midday, bright new day. Money Watch in a minute when it's news time 9:45.
Say thank you to your home for being there for you. Start with a free estimate from your neighborhood Certified painter.
Right, we are now approaching Central Park.
That's why you can count on us to take care of every detail. Listing, prepping, painting. It's always worry-free with our expert painting team. Whatever project you have in mind, count on Certified painters doing the job easily. Schedule your free estimate now at Certipro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each Certified painter's business is independently owned and operated.
Trip, fall, construction, vehicle, or other accident, and drowning, medical bills, lost income, pain, and suffering. These are problems I help people with every day. I'm Brian Allen, accident attorney. I care and take it personally, which is why I have fought relentlessly for my clients since 1996. Visit ellaw.com. That's ELBAUL.com.
red car. I don't know what happened to that.
Ranger, for the one. A radio.com station.
The 10-10 winds exergen forecast. The winter storm warning continues through tomorrow morning. Snow heavy at times for the rest of the day into tonight. Winds to gust to 50 miles an hour, 12 to 10 inches in the city, 2 feet farther inland. More people get their news from 10-10 winds. Station information. John Harris is our studio producer. Shannon Rose Walker is Justin Schrader at the Governor's Desk.
Well, the snow is blowing and the storm is growing. And live on the line with us now is Governor Andrew Cuomo. Governor, thank you for joining us. Actually, I understand you are personally inspecting road conditions. MTA